Good morning on Zoom, or good morning on Zoom. Oh, yeah, this is me. That doesn't help you.
Check, check, check.
There we go. All right. Woohoo. Come on in. Find a table with some people at it. Don't just sit at an empty table. That's kind of silly. Make sure you got a table with people at it, because we're going to be talking today and sharing with one another. All right, so here you go.
Good morning.
Yeah, works.
We at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living acknowledges that we gather on the ancestral land of the Kuia, the Gabrielino Tongva, the Losinyo people, and the Keech people. We commit to living in right relations, loving our neighbors, seeking justice and loving kindness, and walking humbly on this land. We recognize our oneness so that we may decolonize our mind and set each other free from the pain of racism and violence, to live better as a great spirit intended, in harmony with nature and with one another. So again, good morning, and welcome to the morning table. I am Sandra Prince, ministerial intern at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, where? Now, I need to say something for our live streamers. If you wish to participate, you have to go to the Zoom room. So please, if you have one of these on your possession, please put it on mute or do not disturb or airplane mode or whatever you choose to, so that we can participate more fully in the service. Now, there are snacks and coffee in the back, and you're free and welcome to partake in them anytime you need to during the service. Feel free. So let's come together in consciousness for a moment and say our focus statement. So let's say it together. We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. Now I invite you to stand, sing, dance, whatever you feel moved to do to our music.
Happy Sunday, everyone. It's only the second week into the new year, but let's get it going. It's a new day and a new year. Shout it out loud, sing with the crowd. Celebrate, cause good things are coming. New opportunities are at the door. Hold your head up, drop the sorrow. No regrets now for tomorrow. It's a new chance for a new life. Everything that you've been waiting for. The future's bright now as things turn over. The possibilities around the corner. New innovation with new creation. All the good things that we have in store. Now it's a brand new day, and it's a brand new year. And there is hope in tomorrow. Now there's nothing to fear. It's not coming yet, it's already here. Yeah, it's a brand new day, and it's a brand new year. So sing and be happy and share the good cheer. It's not coming yet, it's already here. It's time to dream bigger dreams, where impossible is not hard as it seems, and live in high hopes throughout your day, and know the happiness is quickly on the way. We're moving forward, we're going higher, we're reaching things that we formerly just desire. Fun and excitement, it fills the air, and there's more than enough for us to share. Now it's a brand new day, and it's a brand new year, and there is hope in tomorrow. Now there's nothing to fear. It's not coming yet, it's already here. Now it's a brand new day, now it's a brand new year. So sing and be happy and share the good cheer. It's not coming yet, it's already here. It's a brand
and spiritual practitioners here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. I'll be available for a brief moment of prayer in the prayer room located in the lobby after the service. Please don't leave here with anything on your heart today. We would love to pray with you, and we absolutely know that prayer works. Now, there's a candle in the center of your table, like the one I have here. I invite you to light it together with me right now. There's a little on-off switch at the bottom. And as we come together in conversation this morning, this candle is a reminder that when two or more are gathered, a greater wisdom is available to us. We experience a deeper love, and our own light shines brighter. Now, please allow this music to take you into the silence, followed by this morning's invocation.
It is not I, but the Spirit within, who does these things I see before me. It is not I, but the Spirit within. Oh glory to God. Oh glory to God. It is not I, but the Spirit within, who does these things I see before me. It is not I, but the Spirit within. Oh, glory to God. Oh, glory to God. It is not I, but the Spirit within. Oh, glory to God. Oh, glory to God.
So I invite everyone to come together in consciousness, taking in a deep breath and exhaling, letting it all go. And closing your eyes if you feel comfortable in doing so. And just allow ourselves to let go and flow into that rhythm of spirit. Recognizing that God, that spirit, is truly all there is. God is that love, that peace, that joy, that infinite possibility, freedom, and wisdom, and intelligence, and clarity. It moves and breathes and has its being in and as all life and creation. I know that God is present here this very day, right where each and every one of us stand and sit. God is the illuminating, invigorating, animating presence that resides within each and every one of us. For you're each one with God, each expressions of God, each children of this divine spirit. As we are one with God, we are one with each other. And in knowing that truth, we come together this day to live from our highest potential, to allow God to express through us, as us, to know that truly God moves and breathes and has its being as each and every one of us, and that as we let go and allow God to flow through us, be the expression of who we are, let go of any worries, any cares, any conditions that we may be experiencing. That full energy and vitality and wholeness and perfection of God just moves through us and expresses as us. And I know that in each and every one of us, that as we let go and let God, that it is truly that spirit within that does the works. And as we recognize within each other, God looking back at us, and that as we come together and work in unison, that together we can rise to reach our highest potential. Together we can rise to live that ultimate possibility of God by simply allowing that spirit to flow through us and express as us. That in working together, we can build a strong community. And we are doing that right here and right now on this day, and taking this new direction of the morning table, of having those opportunities to connect, to engage in conversation, to see those commonalities that exist between us, and to celebrate our differences. For as we are all one, we are all individual as well, each individualized expressions of spirit, each expressing God in our own unique, infinite possibilities in beautiful ways. And when we recognize that we can come together to achieve more, to obtain more opportunity and possibility to simply live within that continuum of spirit and live our highest possibility, we achieve that total oneness. We recognize that oneness within each other, and we recognize the peace of God that exists within each one of us, and that love of God. And so I know this day unfolds with grace, with ease, with beauty, with love, with joy, with vibrancy and energy as we come together and connect. And as we do so, we rise within spirit. We allow ourselves to be lifted up. And for this opportunity to be together and connect, we give great thanks. And I'm so grateful for this truth. And together we say, and so it is.
I close my eyes, I open my heart, I take a deep breath, let the healing start. I lift my hands, I plant my feet, I let love in. I feel the heat that's calling, calling, calling us to rise. Rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. I ready my soul, I hear my mind. I'm here and now, in perfect time. I feel the power of 1,000 suns lighting up the dark. Oh, we rise as one. Oh, rise, rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. Oh,
to me.
Change up the noise.
Change up the noise.
Make harmony. Come on and rise. Oh, rise. Spirit, rise up. Rise in me. Oh, rise. Rise. Spirit, rise up. Rise in me. Rise in me. Heart to heart.
Heart to heart.
Hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
No turning back. Onward to promised land. Do you feel the power of 1,000 suns lighting up the dark? Oh, we rise as one. Love's calling, calling out your name. Love's calling. That's why we came. Love's calling, calling out your name. Love's calling. It's why we came. Come on and rise, rise, spirit, rise up in me. Oh, rise up. Come on and rise. Oh, spirit, rise up. Rise in me. Here we go. Rise up. Rise up. Rise up. Rise up. Come on and rise up. Come on, lift your
Rise up.
hands up, jump. Reach the sky, gonna pie. Rise in, rise up, rise up. Come on, lift your
Rise up.
voices, shout. Looking alive, we're bringing the light. Brighter, brighter, rise up. Come on, lift your
Rise up.
hands up, jump. Reach for the sky, going up high, higher, yeah. Rise up. Come on, raise
Rise
your
up.
voices, shout. Love is alive, we're bringing the light. Brighter, brighter, rise up. Oh, come on and rise up. Ooh, come on and rise.
So good morning. All right, and let's see here on Zoom. Good morning to Reverend Zena and Dee and Jesse and Alex and Dr. Naima and Stu. So Stu's joining us from Kentucky today. So right on. Who else do we have over there? Anybody? Yeah. Because I don't have it on mine. Earl. Earl, James, Eugene, Adams, Deidre, and then Plain Jane. All right. Well, welcome, Plain Jane. And it's great to have you with us too. So we're doing it. We're increasing our abilities today. We're trying something. We keep evolving, right? And so we are live streaming again on our normal live stream channel of Facebook and YouTube. And we are also in the Zoom room. So, for my beloveds in the Zoom room, I'm talking to you right here, right now. If you want to be, hi guys, it's good to see you. Hi Alex, hi everybody, yay, hello. in order to really hear the music beautifully, because Zoom just goes to music, it just does terrible things to music, you need to kind of log into the others so that you can hear the music beautifully like we were doing in StreamYard, okay? So that's, or as Cindy said, come on in, right? You can do it that way too. Well, Zena, it's a little hard to fly in every weekend from Bellingham, but all right? And so it's all good. And Stu's in Kentucky, and Dee is in LA, and if any of y'all want to drive out to LA on a weekend, you know how that is. So she's in LA, so so it's all good. This is the way we're able to do something even greater, right? And for those of you who are watching currently on live stream on Zoom or YouTube, if you want to participate in the morning table, you have to sign into Zoom. So what I'm translating, all that translates to, is if you want the full experience, one, you could be here in the room, but two, make sure you're in the Zoom room so you can have the conversations at the table, and you're also listening to the music via the live stream. Are we good at all of our at-home Love Streamer live streamers? Good? Thumbs up from my Facebook people, or my Zoom people? All these people. It's a lot. And it's great. It's great to be in a community like this. So, I have a question for you. If you were a spice, what kind of spice would you be? All spice? Woo, there we go. Right on. Good answer, good answer. What kind of spice would you be here in the room? Ginger spice, of course you would. Your favorite spice girl, yes. Sporty spice, right? Cinnamon. There's cinnamon and red pepper coming in here online as well at home. Turmeric. Ooh, anti-inflammatory. Ooh, very good. That everything spice, right? Chinese 5 spice. All right. So, sure, why not? It's a vegetable, so why not? Chocolate does count. Yes, chocolate can count. Yes. So, right? So, all these different spices, if it's good, there's just, you're each a different spice, or we're all different spices, and so each spice has its own flavor profile, doesn't it? Right? Each spice brings its own yummy goodness, like garlic and, or oregano, or, any number of other things, cinnamon, cardamom, curry, anise. So some of you go, others go, That was kind of funny, actually. I should have put that as the opening question for today, right? Anise, yes or no, right? And what is beautiful is that all of these unique spices, all of these flavors are unique in their flavor profiles. You have the unique taste in and of themselves. But what happens when we bring 2 or more together, when we start bringing them together and we start blending them? What then transpires with our spices? It's more yummy, right? I love that as a technical term. It's more yummy, right? It becomes more delicious. We have and we can blend all these different spices in different ways, and so we get different flavor profiles, don't we? So that we can have similar spices used throughout the world, right? And yet how the measurements and how much we blend in and which pairings and which ones we use might get us a Thai curry. It might get us a Jamaican jerk. It might get us an Indian curry. It might get us Mexican flavors. We have all these different spices that are available to us, all these different flavor profiles that are available to us, and as we combine them, we get different flavors, different cuisines, and we get fusions, we get combos, right? Everybody agree to that? We even hungrier now than what we were before? Yeah, good. Well, there are snacks there back there at the table, right? So you have all this richness, and if each one of us is a spice, we're good on our own. We're good on our own. right? But when we come together in different combinations, bringing our different spiciness, our different flavors, if you will, and we come together, then we have the opportunity to find or to experience a greater purpose. We have an opportunity to do more together, yes? Because as Aristotle said, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Would you agree with that? Right? That if you take out that salt, right, the flavor gets just a little bit blander because the salt brightens it, right? Or maybe a little acid, a little lemon brightens something up. Or if something's a little too acidic, then we add a little sugar, right? So if we're making tomato sauce, and a key ingredient in tomato sauce is sugar, right? To balance out the acidity of the tomato. You didn't know you were coming to Food Network today, did you? So for those of you who don't cook, that's a tip. There you go, okay? And then the same spice could either be sweet or savory, right? So as we come together and we blend all of these together, the whole is greater than the sum of each individual part. So our community then is greater, is stronger than our individual pieces. Would you agree with that? So when we're in community, what are we doing? We're cooperating with one another. We're collaborating with one another. We're co-creating with one another. We are achieving much more together as a community than any one of us could individually. Think about yesterday. For those of you who were here yesterday for Frank's celebration of life, Frank Nace's celebration of life, the number of hands, the number of hearts, the number of love that went into yesterday's event, yesterday's celebration of life, was absolutely extraordinary. And if one person hadn't been there to contribute the way each person contributed, it would not have been the same. It would not have been the same. Each person who was there, who was present, who was sharing, who participated in any way, was an integral piece and an integral part of the whole of the community. Think of all the people that brought food yesterday, and James and Cindy and others, and Helen laying the food out and keeping the food rotated so that that was happening. The decorations on the table. Dinah and I went to the flower market on Friday, the LA flower market, and got the little blue beads and the mirrors, and I got to speak Spanish. It was fun, right? We had a good time. And the way the tables were laid, everything was laid, all the photos that were shared, and the video, and yes, there was the service, and everything that was shared from this platform here, this podium here, about Frank's life. Each piece of it was integral to the whole, and yet no one person could have done the entire thing, right? And Jeff and Jubel singing yesterday. Yeah, right? So each person is absolutely incredibly necessary for the total of the whole. And that's part of why we come together in community, isn't it? We come together in community to support one another, to love one another, and to give and receive support. Yes? That when we give support or we give love, we share our gifts, we share our talents with one another. When we do so in community, we want to make sure that we are sharing it from a willing place, from a heartfelt place, from an open-hearted space of willingness to give. We don't ever want to feel like we are giving from a feeling of obligation. Because what does it feel like to give from a place of obligation? Blech. Right? Yucky, right? It feels terrible. And then that's really not giving, because we're not giving from the heart. So we have the opportunity then to come together, and we have the opportunity to share willingly And it's not a self-sacrifice type of sharing, is it? We're not doing it the self-sacrifice, like, let me do this. I'm going to like self-sacrifice. I'm just going to give and give and give, and I'm just going to like freely give, and I'm going to 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 give. Right? Where there's a sense of self-sacrifice. Or we give too much where we run out of stuff to give. We want to give from that healthy place, from that loving place, from that generous place. And when we are tired, then we get to step back just a little bit and allow somebody else to come in and support and give. Yes? Yeah. That's the way it works when we're working with community, isn't it? And when we are working in community, our sorrows are lightened when we're in community, yes? Our sorrows are lightened, but then our joys are magnified, aren't they? When we're working in community. Our sorrows are lightened, but our joys are magnified. So when we're in community like this, one of the important things about being in community and working together and being together with one another is that we do have this love, we do have the support, we do have this way of growing together and of moving forward together, of rising together. And sometimes we feel like, today I don't want to. Today I just don't feel like it, and that's okay every once in a while. But I would invite you to consider that on those days that you most don't want to is the very day that you probably should. I'm going to use the word should. Right? Or that you might really want to consider being in community. Because when we feel that isolation, when we feel that sadness, when we feel that depression, when we feel that lost, or we are feeling lonely, isolating ourselves from community, pulling back from community, only cycles us deeper into the isolation, only cycles us deeper into the loneliness, only cycles us deeper into our sadness. So even if you come and you don't say a word at the morning table, but just being present in the love that is possible and present here can lift your spirits. That is what it is about, to be in spiritual community. That's why spiritual community particularly is so important. Because here in this spiritual community, we're not going to say, oh, well, what's in your consciousness? Why are you feeling crappy? Right? We're not asking those questions. We're just here to say, you know what? I love you. And I'm so glad that you are here today, however you are, that you showed up today, that you're present here, now, this day. It's great to see you, and we love you. So, Matthew 18:20 says, where two or more are gathered, I am in the midst of them, right? And so here we have, in the center of your tables, we have that candle. That candle is the light of the collective wisdom that is sitting at your table. Because where two or more are gathered, there is a greater sense of wisdom, greater wisdom than you could even possibly have for yourself, right? A greater wisdom is accessible to you. A greater strength is accessible to you when that you are focused together as one. So this candle in the center of the table is a symbol of this collective unity, this collective wisdom, this collective strength that is available to you right now in your group at your table, right? Think about it. One stick is easy to snap, but when we have multiple sticks, we can't break the bundle, can we? It's much harder to break the bundle. So we're going to go to our tables now, and we're going to discuss. In the center of your table, you will also see the blue sheet of paper, that little blue piece of paper. And so I invite you to pull that blue piece of paper up, and these are your discussion topics for today. And Zena, I invite you to, Reverend Zena, I invite you to populate that into the chat there for everybody. All right. And so we'll have about 20 minutes here in conversation around these three topics that we have today. So the topics for today, can we put those on the screen? There we are. So the topics for today, no one can do you like you. So what do you bring to the world? What are you totally unafraid to do? And what does Together We Rise mean to you? These are our three topics for conversation today. So you don't have to do all of them. Share as much as you want to share. Remember that what others say at the table stays at the table, right? It's just like Vegas. What other people say at the table stays at the table. You're welcome to share your own experiences outside this space, but whatever is shared at the table by others stays at the table. Yeah. Go for it. There was something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember it, so it's quite all right. There you go. Have fun. Enjoy. Chitty chat, chitty chat, chitty chat, chat, chat. Oh, my beloveds, no. Just rest. Just normal kind of rest, okay? So, all right. So, just nice and simple, what you would like prayer for or what you would like. This is your prayer pod for the week. These beloveds are going to know the truth for you this week. And go. Okay. All right. Very good. All right. So, this table, the people sitting at your table are going to know this truth for you all this week, and they're going to lift you high in consciousness and love. How's that sound? Feels pretty good, doesn't it? Know then you have that support, absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why we come together in community, because together we rise, right? So, there is an African proverb that says, right, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. 80 years our community has been here, and we've come a long way, haven't we? Yes, we have. And now it's 2024, and we're moving into a whole brand new, something new, aren't we? So, we are being vision-led, and that vision is unfolding, and coming together, we rise. Isn't that amazing? How's that feel? Good. Okay, this table over here, Roxanne. Roxanne's table here. Tell me one thing you all talked about today in today's table topics. It doesn't have to be Roxanne, but it can be. Roxanne? Bringing forth our talents. Wonderful. Sandra, would you mind running the mic so that we can hear everybody so I don't have to repeat it? Okay, thank you. All righty. So one more time.
Bringing forth our talents.
Sorry, I got muted again. All right. Oops, my bad. Sorry. Everybody online was like, what? I didn't hear anything. All right. So bringing forth our talents. All right. Over there, Carol's group.
We talked about our contributions by being ourselves.
Contributions by being ourselves. Fantastic. How about over here, to Martha's group? She's over here. Making Sandra run today. She's going to get her steps in.
I'm going to wear my sneakers next week.
recognizing our fears, being able to embrace them, and also understanding what our gifts are, what we bring to this world, and being able to share them unashamedly.
Beautiful. And let's go one more table there, Leslie's table, right behind you there, Sandra.
Our unique attributes create a better space for us all to live together.
Our unique attributes create a better space for all of us to live together. All right, and our beloveds online. Hey, beloveds, how are you here in our Zoom room? I'm going to turn the volume all the way up here. So who would like to speak? It looks like Dee is unmuted. So Dee, how about you come forward? Hi.
Yes. Our big thing was that we come together out of the one and many, and out of the many comes one, that the tree of life allows us to soar, and that we, as we are together, like ants and the spices, we all are a great ingredient to be a great gift to the world.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Dee. Thank you to our Zoomers. All right. All right, take it in, nice deep breath. And exhale. All right, so this week, take that which is uniquely your spice and share it with the world. Is that an easy enough assignment for you tomorrow? Where are you? There's your homework. Okay? So take the spice that you are and share it with the world. Good? Yeah. All right, and so it is. All right.
I'm anxious to hear about your spices for next week. Because I thought hot cayenne pepper. I don't know how that's going to translate for you this week. All right, now it's time for our conscious contributions. So I invite you to take out your contributions and place it over your heart. Your conscious contributions to this center allows us to continue all of our wonderful work. But one of the easiest way to give is via text to give. Just send the text to 951-419-5858 with the amount that you wish to contribute. You can also go to the website, riversidecsl.org, and click on the link in the upper right-hand corner under the tab Contributions. For those in the sanctuary, you can do it in a more traditional way by placing your contributions in the little container on your table, but not yet. Just hold on for a second. We are so grateful for your ongoing generosity. So, with your contribution placed over your heart, we are going to say our affirmation together.
Your contributions into the container there, into the silver vase
container
in the center. If you need envelopes, they're in the center of the table there as well. All right, and then I invite you to lift your hands together, facing the center of the table, facing the blessings that you have bestowed upon your beloved community. Now,
let's say it together. I give and receive freely and generously. With an open heart and an open mind, the universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed, and so it is. You're broken hearted and tired of living life on the merry-go-round,
and you can find the fighters, but I see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out and move mountains. We gonna walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up, rise like the waves. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains, bring it to its feet and move mountains. And I'll rise up high like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, I will rise, I will rise. I will rise, I will rise. I will rise for you. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. And we will rise up, we will rise, we'll rise up. We'll rise, and I'll rise up high like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up high like the waves. We'll rise up in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
That is our beloved ministerial intern, Sanja Prince. Go ahead and give it up for her again. Now she's shifting gears, shifting duties to back to her other hat here, and here we are.
Announcements. We have a few announcements before we close. And today is visioning. Visioning will take place today for our new home. We're visioning today for our new home. And it's at 12:30 in the community room downstairs. The second announcement is the Ernest and You class that starts next Sunday. And guess who's teaching it? And I've been known to break out in song in class, so just know that it's just burst out of me. So that starts next Sunday. And then we'll have our sound bath on that same day, that Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Yes, with Ray.
And that says 4, but it's 3:30. So
It's 3:30.
3:30.
Mhm.
That says 4. I didn't get a chance to fix the slide. My bad. There you go.
And then look forward to our family game night starting Sunday, January 28th. And then is that on Super Bowl Sunday?
No.
It's not on Super Bowl Sunday?
No.
Okay. So we're having a Super Bowl Sunday soup potluck February 11th at 12:15 and a canned food drive. So please bring canned foods with you and bring your favorite soup. I think I'm going to bring some Italian wedding soup. That's really yummy. So those are their announcements.
All right.
Oh,
Francis' service will be on February 10th at 1 o'clock. No, February 10th at 1 o'clock. I don't know where our Zoom folks went. Okay. That or I forced them out. I don't know. All right. Well, we're going to trust to know that everybody's in the right spot, and maybe they're still online there for us. All right, so I invite our practitioners to please stand and surround the sanctuary. I invite our core council to do that as well. And let us come together in consciousness. So I know that right here and right now, there is only one life, one power, one presence, one infinite eternal that is living in all, through all, as all. It is the all in all. It is the totality. It is the beginning, the alpha, the omega. It is the end. It is everything in between. There is no beginning. There is no end. It simply is all and all and all and all, forever and ever expanding. For it is the wholeness that we live, move, breathe, and have our being in. It is the wholeness that each one of us is a part of. It is that wholeness that is living in, through, and as each one of us in its totality, as the holographic universe that we live in is. That right where we are, the full presence and power of God is. Right where I am, it is. And it is within each and every one of us. And we shine our light, we bring this light forward together as a community. And so I speak my word here and now for this beloved community, Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, knowing that the light and the love that each one of us is, the wisdom that each one of us is, individualized as it is through in each one of us, that as we come together in consciousness, as we come together in community, that together we rise, together we are larger, we are greater than the sum of our individualized parts. That together something new is being born right here and right now through each and every one of us collectively, and through our community as a whole. As each one shines their light, as each one offers their individualized gift, as each one shows up in their beautiful, gorgeous, magnificent, individualized expression of the one life, that they share their spice with us, with one another, in this community. And we create this beautiful, yummy, delicious gumbo, this delicious stew, this deliciousness that we are. And we feed one another. We serve one another. We love one another. We support one another. And together we rise. And so I give thanks for all that is yet to be. I give thanks for all that has been. For truly we are blessed and a blessing. And I release this word now into the law, knowing it is done, knowing it is fulfilled. I simply let it be, and together we affirm, and so it is.
Okay, now we're going to say our affirmation together. I'm going to say it first, and then I ask you to repeat it after me. The affirmation for today is, I share my talents with the world. So let's say that together with some feeling, please. I share my talents with the world.
Now let's stand up and say it so we got some energy. Here we go.
I share my talents with the world. All right, so repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
It is this thing called love.
It is this thing called love.
Love is in my mind.
Love is in my mind.
Love is in my body.
Love is in my body.
Love is in everything I do.
Love is in everything
I am it.
I am it.
I share it.
I share it.
Because love lives here.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Let's sing the song together. We are open for another half hour, so if you want to keep the conversation going, please do so.
Together we rise as the sun lights up the sky, opening our hearts to the spirit of love inside. Together we rise, God blows through you and I. Together one in spirit, we rise, we rise. In times of trouble, we see the Spirit of God within, receptive to our calling. We love our neighbors as our friends, relaxing in the knowing God's grace it never ends. We gather as one people, and with joyful hearts we sing. Together we rise as the sun lights up the sky, opening our hearts to the spirit of love inside. Together we rise, God flows through you and I. Together one in spirit, we rise, we rise. As we stay in gratitude, we let Spirit lead the way, listening to the still small voice that's always there to say, trust in God with all your heart, the path ahead is clear. We unite together, and there's nothing for us to fear. Together we rise as the sun lights up the sky, opening our hearts to the spirit of love inside. Together we rise, God flows through you and I. Together one in spirit, we rise, we rise. Ooh.